Okay, so as I told you, we're talking about dental care this morning. And dental care happens to be one of the most basic health requirements. Not only so you have a nice big smile and fresh breath, but if you do not take care of your teeth, there are dire consequences. This morning, we're focusing on the reasons why you should actually visit your dentist a little bit more often than you actually do right now. Let's take a listen.
I've not heard about it before, so I don't know anything about dental.
About the dentist?
Yeah, I don't know anything about it. I brush my teeth twice a day, in the morning and the evening, after eating. In the evening, if I finish eating, I'll brush my teeth before I go to bed. The next morning, I make sure I brush my teeth before I eat.
I've never been to the dentist.
Why?
Oh, actually, I've never had any problem with my teeth. Oh, I make sure I brush my teeth twice daily. That is in the morning and then in the evening before going to bed.
I've not been there before. Because of time, I don't get time. I wash my teeth day and night, always. And I don't feel maybe any problem. I've never had any problem with my teeth.
No, I've not been to the dentist.
Why?
Because I don't have any problem with my teeth. Every morning, every evening.
Yeah, I've been there before at Kwalebu dentist.
Okay. Why did you go to the dentist?
One of my teeth was paining me, so I have to rise to the place. I have to go there. At times they used to give you time to report another time, but they give me directives what I should do. That is why since I have not been there.
Okay, well, some people claim they brush their teeth more than once a day. Whether that's true or not, that's up to them. And also, some people say they've never been to the dentist before also. Well, let's find out what the dentist had to say about the whole situation.
Dental care is the day-to-day procedures that we do to maintain good oral hygiene. Basically, all the things that we do to keep our mouth healthy and prevent diseases and keep it to the barest minimum. It's been said or reported that dental caries is the commonest infection worldwide. It's evident even in this country. Dental caries are basically holes within the tooth which are caused by bacteria which are feeding on food substrates, that is small leftover food in the midst of saliva and all of it. So it's a complex processes that lead to the bacteria themselves producing acids by means of digesting on those food substrates, and it's the acids which gradually wears down the tooth. Usually when it wears off just the enamel, you may not even feel much, occasional sensitivities. And then when it goes into the dentine, it becomes very sensitive. So that's when you have patients coming in saying that, when they drink, cold water or warm things, they can't stand it and things like that. But the moment it goes into the, innermost layer, which we call the pulp. But aside dental caries, we also have people coming in for periodontitis, that's what we call it. That's when there's inflammation of the supporting structures of the tooth. So you may not have a hole in the tooth per se, but the supporting structures themselves are inflamed or are weak. So you have patients who come in, they bleed when they brush their teeth, So that is to say that, when you brush your teeth and then you bleed, it's not normal. People think that, it's something which is normal. Absolutely not normal. You have to come and see your dentist. And, there are people who have their teeth shaking. There isn't necessarily a hole in it, but the teeth shake. That is a classical presentation of what periodontitis is. So in the olden days, they used to say that when you grow old, you lose your teeth, but that's absolutely untrue. Okay, a lot of it is as a result of periodontitis, which haven't been sorted out. Okay, and another common presentation is something we call halitosis or bad breath. Okay, so a lot of patients come in with that as well. When as a result of bad oral hygiene practices, we leave a lot of food substrates in our mouths, so on and so forth. Over time, those same bacteria, specific bacteria, what they do is that they feed on them, okay, because they must also eat, and then by means of feeding, they also produce a lot of gases. But there are certain times it's actually emitted, the sulfur gases are actually emitted as bad breath. A lot of people know about the dental do's and don'ts. I mean, usually the problem is, abiding by them. But generally speaking, brushing your teeth, morning and evening, and I can't overemphasize on that. Because the whole system process that I spoke to you about the bacteria feeding on the food substrates and things like that, you do realize that in the mornings and in the daytime we are talking, and throughout our activities there's constant saliva flow. So it actually makes it very, very uncomfortable for the bacteria to feed on the substrate, like I was saying. But when you are sleeping, that's the time that it's all still and it's all quiet for them to feed on the substrate. And then there's flossing, of course. It's something that our society really hasn't gotten too used to, and you go around asking people, even people who know what flossing is, they don't really abide by it. But there's something that also helps, because what it does is that it picks out the food substrate, which clogs in between the teeth. Okay, and we actually prefer that to toothpicking.
Okay, so those are some tips in order to help you assist with your dental health care. And obviously try and embed those into your children as well, so that they can grow up with them and also have nice bright smiles and fresh breath always.